cost and management accounting. Okay, I hope you have already seen the syllabus, cost and management accounting, isn't it? So this particular paper consists of 5 units. So unit 1, we are going to discuss about how accounting information helps in managerial decision making. Then in our first semester, I hope we have already discussed about financial accounting. So again, we'll make a comparison between financial accounting, cost accounting, and management accounting. Role of management accountant, and we'll also discuss some basic cost terms, concepts, as well as statement of cost, which is otherwise known as cost sheet. So we'll also discuss about preparation of cost sheet under unit 1. So again, under unit 2, we'll discuss about another important aspect of cost and management accounting, that is absorption costing as well as managerial costing. So there we'll discuss about break-even analysis, CVP analysis, again the managerial application of CVP analysis. So this is all about unit 2. In unit 3, we'll discuss about job order costing as well as process costing. And unit 4 is all about responsibility accounting, variance analysis. So under variance analysis, we'll discuss about standard costing system. And unit 5 is about budgetary control system, where we'll discuss about the basic concepts of budget and various types of budget, how the organization prepares various types of budget. So under various types of budget, we'll discuss about various functional budgets, financial budgets, master budgets, ZBB, zero-based budgeting. Again, we'll also discuss about the concept of balance scorecard. So this is the entire syllabus of cost and management accounting. Is it fine? Okay. So let us proceed to next. Right now, we are going to start with this cost and management accounting. So before going to discuss about cost and management accounting, as you have already studied the management financial accounting in first semester. So any one of you just tell me what do you mean by accounting? Any idea about accounting? Not visible. Is my screen visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Thank you so much. Sure. Tell me what do you mean by accounting? No.
Yes, sir. Good morning. This is Super Kumar.
Please proceed.
Sir, as per my concern, the accounting is one important tools that management can just it will be helpful to take decision to management.
Right, sure. We are talking about management accounting, financial accounting, or cost accounting, because there are various branches of accounting.
Sir, there are 3 types of accounting as per my knowledge. There is one is financial accounting, second is cost accounting, third is management accounting.
But my question was, what do you mean by accounting actually?
Sir, this is Rajesh. Sir.
Hello, sir. The process of measuring,
Okay.
Sir, Rajesh.
processing and sharing financial and other information about a business.
Okay.
Sir, I'm Jagish. In financial accounting is
What you were saying?
the process which we have keeping financial accounting.
Financial accounting. Achha. Is it so?
Sir, Rajesh. Sir.
Yes. Please proceed.
Sir, accounting means a process of recording, summarizing the business transactions, sir, in a proper order, proper way, sir.
Okay, good. So you are talking about the definition, but from layman point of view, if someone is asking what do you mean by accounting, so what will be your answer? Please remember, In your first
Accounting
semester,
is classifying, summarizing, and recording all the business data, sir.
okay. Layman means details of owner, street vendor, vegetable owner. So they are also doing their business. If they will ask, what do you mean by accounting? You people are professionals. You are using the term accounting. So can you explain what is accounting? So once again, if you say that, sir, it is the art of recording, classifying, summarizing, measuring, etc., then the layman will again raise the questions. What is classifying? What is measuring? Isn't it? So in simple language, we can say accounting is the language of business. Language of business. Why we are using the accounting? Because we are using accounting through which we can able to communicate the various activities of the business. हम लोग business कर रहे हैं मतलब कितना profit हो रहा है. So we are communicating to whom? To our stakeholders. Isn't it? हम लोग business कर रहे हैं मतलब हमारा position क्या है? कैसे हम लोग शुरू किए थे? अभी हमारा position क्या है? Okay, so that's why what we are doing with the help of accounting, we are communicating to various interested parties. These interested parties are known as stakeholders of business. So in simple terms, I hope you have already studied in your first semester under financial accounting. So accounting is the language of business through which we can able to communicate the various activities of the business to various users of accounting or various interested parties of the accounting. So that's why accounting serves as a means of communication. Please remember, with the help of language, what we are doing, we are communicating each other. Isn't it? Whenever we are speaking English, Hindi, Odia, etc., what are those? Those all are languages. So with the help of those languages, what we are doing, we are communicating. Exactly. Business also needs a particular language through which it can able to communicate to various users or various stakeholders. Someone is saying your voice is breaking. Is it so?
No, sir. For my point of view, it's clear.
Okay, so check your connectivity. Someone is asking, your voice is breaking. Resma Ratha madam, check your connectivity. Then from my side, it's okay. Again, whenever we are talking about communication, communication means what? What it communicates? It communicates the various activities of the business. These activities are represented with the help of various reports. What are the reports? The reports may be the income statement, the balance sheet, or the position statement. It may be the statement about the cash flow, and it may be the statement about the changes in equity. So these all are various reports. These reports can be communicated to various stakeholders or various users of accounting. So try to understand, accounting means what? Language of business. So if from layman point of view, simply we can say accounting means it is the language of business. And you people, what you have already mentioned, these all are the definition of accounting. Definition of accounting. Some of you have already given the definition of accounting according to American Accounting Association, and some of you have also mentioned the definition of accounting according to American Institute of Certified Public Accountants. Okay, so that's why you are saying accounting is the process of identifying, measuring, communicating, classifying, summarizing in a significant manner and in terms of money, transactions and events which are in part at least of a financial characters and interpreting the result thereof. That means we are saying accounting is the art as well as science through which what we are doing, we are recording the business transaction. After recording the business transactions, then we are classifying the business transactions as per the similarity in nature. Let's say there are some transactions which are related to sales, some transactions which are related to purchases, some transactions which are related to payment of expenses, some transactions which are related to receipt of cash. Okay, so it records the raw transactions or events in the books of accounts. After recording, then it has to classify on the basis of its similarity of the transactions. So after classifying, then it has to summarize. Okay, so on the basis of recording, we have already studied about how to pass the journal entry. So passing of journal entry is the recording of transaction, classifying, posting them into ledger is the classification of transactions. We are posting the transactions in the sales account, cash account, or capital account like this. So this is the classification of accounts or classification of transactions and events. We are posting them into ledger, and after that we are preparing the summary or abstract. So that's why we are preparing trial balance. Yes or no? So in a significant manner, and all these transactions, whenever we are recording, classifying, or summarizing, that must be present in terms of money. And these transactions must be based on the economic activity. That means it must having some financial character. Okay, so after preparing this summary, then we can able to interpret the result. How to interpret the result? By preparation of income statement, position statement, cash flow statement. So there we are interpreting the results. So once we are interpreting the results, immediately we are communicating to various interested parties. Let's say you are an investor. What do you need? You need the income of the business. So immediately if it refers to the income statement or profit and loss account of the business, you can able to know what is the profit earned by the business during the year. Okay, so this is how it works. This is all about the definition that is given by American Accounting Association as well as American Institute of Certified Public Accountants. So this is all about accounting. So my point of discussion is about why accounting is known as an information system. Again, if it is known as the information system, how this information helps the users, helps the decision makers in order to take the various decisions. Let us see. So whenever we are talking about system consists of some input, process, as well as output, isn't it? So these are the three components of system. As you know, we can say computer is a system. So in computer, what we are doing, we are providing some raw data, we are providing some input, and it is processing our data. It is processing our data. After processing the data, it is giving us some outputs. So exactly, in accounting, you can also call it as one of the information system. Why? We are providing the raw data. Raw data means we are providing various accounting transactions and events. Business transactions and events we are providing. These all are input. What are the business transactions and events? Like your purchases, sales, expenses, receipt of cash. So these all are input. These are the raw data we are providing. Whenever we are providing the raw data, it process. How it process? With the help of man and equipment. How it process? Again, it will record, classify, summarize. Then it will prepare the various reports. What are the various reports? Income statement, position statements, and others. Okay. So how it process? Actually, it process with the help of man and the equipment. Nowadays, we are using various softwares. With the help of that, also we are preparing the business reports. Okay. And finally, what we are getting? We are getting the output. Output in the form of various reports and information. Various reports and information. What are those reports? As I have already told you, reports about the income of the business, reports about the position of the business, reports about the tax returns, reports about your managerial data, reports about any special activity. So these are the output of accounting information. Accounting information. That's why you can say accounting is one of the information system. Pravir Kumar Sahu is asking, sir, be close to mic. Sometimes the voice volume is getting low. Is it so?
Yes, sir. Little slow, sir.
A little slow. Now, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good. So these are the output of accounting information. So that's why you can say accounting is one of the information system. So look at this particular diagram, you can able to understand what we are giving. Actually, we are giving to the accounting system the economic activities. Economic activities means these are some activities which are financial in character. Financial in character. So these economic activities are otherwise known as the transactions and events of the business. Transaction and events of the business. Please remember. So these transactions and events process through the accounting process. You know accounting process. So accounting process, I hope in your last semester you have already studied about accounting cycle. Accounting cycle. So these economic activities passes through this accounting process, and finally it will provide the accounting information. So these accounting informations are the result of these economic activities. When these economic activities processed through accounting, that means various process, finally we are getting the accounting information. So these are the end results or reported results. Reported results like income statement, your position statement, cash flow statement. Okay, so simply we can say financial statement. So these reported results are the end results, or you can say output of the accounting. By taking this output of the accounting, that is reported results of actions, decision makers will take their decision. Decision makers will take their decision. As I have already told you, is that let's say you are the investor, how you take the decision? So by looking at the financial statement. So first you need the information about what is the profit or income earned by the company. Again, what is the financial position of the company, isn't it? So by taking this information as an investor, you are taking the decision whether you are going to invest your money, your fund in that company or not. So these are the actions you are taking. So once you are investing the fund, again it is coming under the economic activities, because you are the supplier of the fund. You are the supplier of the fund. So whenever you are supplier of the fund, so you can be treated as the investor. If you are buying equity share, you can be known as the owner, as shareholders. If you are buying debt instruments, then you can be known as the debt holders. Okay, so this is how the decision makers, they are taking their decisions about their own activity. That means on the basis of accounting output or accounting results, they are taking the decision. So here I have cited only one example or one user of this result, like investor, because other interested parties are also there. Let's say banker is there. So by looking at the reported results, that means end result of the business, the banker will take the decision whether it is going to sanction the loan, whether it is going to provide the fund to the business or not. So banker is also using the information. Again, taxation authority, they are also looking at your reported results, because on the basis of your reported results, you are going to pay the tax to the taxation authority. Okay, so this is how it works actually. So first, simply we are providing the economic activities. Economic activities are financial in character or financial in nature. So these are known as business transactions or business events. So these business transactions or business events passes through the accounting process. That means accounting cycle. As you have already discussed, recording. That means passing of journal entry, then posting them into ledger, preparation of trial balance, then preparation of profit and loss account and balance sheet. Okay, so this is the accounting process. With the accounting process, finally we are getting the accounting information. So these accounting information are known as the end results. So with the reported end results, the decision makers are taking their actions, based on the decision. So this is how the decision making process progress with the help of this accounting information by the various decision makers. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Thank you so much. So, different branches of accounting, subfields of accounting, or we can say sub areas of accounting. So nowadays, due to need and requirements, accounting is not only stick to these three branches. So these three branches or these three subfields are the traditional branches or traditional fields, subfields of accounting, simply you can say. But there are other branches of accounting also. But here, since our discussion is purely on cost and management accounting, so that's why we are just taking this conventional pattern. That means traditional branches of accounting. Okay, so basically accounting may be financial accounting, cost accounting, as well as management accounting. So financial accounting you have already studied in your first semester, I hope.
Yes, sir.
So in this semester, that means the second semester, another two subfields or branches of accounting we are going to study. So another two branches of accounting are cost accounting as well as management accounting. So we'll discuss about cost and management accounting. So as you have already discussed a lot about financial accounting, you have already told the answer also. It is a process of recording, classifying, summarizing business transactions. Again, it includes with various components of financial statements. We are talking about profit and loss account because at the end of the year, our intention is to know the business performance. So whenever we are talking about business performance, so simply we are looking at the profit earned by the business, or income earned by the business, or what is the amount of loss incurred by the business, isn't it? So profit and loss account is there. Again, balance sheet, we need balance sheet. So simply it indicates what was your position and what is your position. In order to understand the position of the business, we need to prepare the position statement. It is balance sheet. So here we are mentioning the assets, that means resources, as well as sources of resources, that means liabilities of the business, to know the position. Okay, again cash flow statement is also there. So these all are output of financial accounting, you can say. So cash flow statement, why we are preparing cash flow statement? Simply in order to ascertain the flow of cash during a particular period. Okay, so whenever we are considering this flow of cash, so cash flows from various activities. Categorically, it consists of three major activities. So three major activities are operating activities, financial activities, or financing activities, as well as investing activities. So this is all about financial accounting. We have already discussed. Now we are going to discuss about what is cost accounting, what is management accounting. Then we'll proceed accordingly. So whenever we're talking about cost accounting, so please remember it is a system for recording data and producing information about cost. It's also accounting system. It records the data and it also produces the information, but it only records the data and produce the information about the cost or the product or services that is produced by an organization. So let's say you are doing a bakery business. So what are your outputs? Your output may be bread or bread items or other bakery items. So it will provide you the information about the bread, cost information about the bread. So whenever you are making a particular bread, what do you need? You need some raw material. What do you need? You need some labor. What do you need? You need some other expenses. So these all are the components of the cost. Okay.
Yes,
Is
sir.
there any difficulty?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
No. Good. So cost accounting is simply providing the information about the cost of the product or services produced by an organization. Like your production of bread. So whenever we are producing the bread or bakery item, simply it is providing the raw material information of the cost. about the raw material, about labor, about expenses, about other costs. So cost accounting record the data and produce the information about the cost of a product or services that is produced by the organization. Again, it is also used to establish cost for particular activities and responsibility centers. It is also used to establish the cost for particular activities. Particular activities means, let's say, whenever you are making production, production is a particular activities. So after production, let's say you are going for your sales. So again, sales is a particular activities. So in order to achieve your sales, you are making marketing. So marketing is also particular activities. Yes or no? So it is used to establish cost for particular activities or responsibility center. So due to some sort of drawbacks in financial accounting, there is need of cost accounting as well as management accounting. Please remember. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So next one is management accounting. So whenever we are talking about management accounting, that means simply I can say that when financial accounting ends, there management accounting starts. How? Because financial accounting is that branch of accounting which deals with presenting and providing accounting information to the management in a systematic way so that it can perform its management functions of planning, controlling, and decision making in an effective and efficient manner. What does it mean? As I have already told you, when financial accounting ends, so at the end of the financial accounting, what we are getting? We are getting the various reports. These reports will be provided to the management. Management means, please remember, they are the top level management. They are the top level management. I hope you have already studied the 3 layers of management.
Yes, sir. That will be a promoter, like promoter and shareholder.
Yes, very good.
Yeah.
So you have already studied about 3 tiers of management. Yes or no? Top level, middle level, and lower level.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it? So here management means, please remember, the top level management like your board of directors, promoters, etc. So simply accounting will provide some reports and some data to the top level management through which they can able to take the future decisions about the business. Future decision about the business. Okay. So let's say last year sales in your account, in our financial accounting, we are reporting that our last year net sales is 5 crores. So whenever we are reporting this particular data relating to sales, so obviously the management will take the decision about what will be our future sales. Last year sales was 5 crores. So this year, what will be the sales? So by considering various factors into consideration, they will take the decision. They will take the decision. So management accounting helps the management to provide the various accounting data and information through which the management can able to take the decision and implement the various policies for the business. So they can able to formulate the policy, they can implement the policy, they can able to take the future decision of the business. So that's why management plays one of the important role. Management accounting plays one of the important role for providing relevant data to the management. So here we are using the term relevant data. If the management is requiring sales data, so management accounting will provide the sales data. If the management is requiring, let's say, data related to the gross assets, it will provide the data related to gross assets. If it is requiring the data relating to the production cost, so it will provide the data relating to the production cost. Okay, so management accounting is that branch of accounting which deals with presenting and providing the accounting information. Accounting information means financial accounting information as well as cost accounting information to the management, to which they can utilize the management functions. As you know, management functions means planning, organizing, controlling, directing, staffing, reporting, budgeting, etc. So these management functions the management is using in order to take the various business decisions. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is the definition that is given by American Accounting Association about management accounting. So the application of appropriate techniques and concepts in processing historical and projected economic data. Historical data. So we can able to get the historical data from the financial accounting or cost accounting. Whenever we are producing the products, we can able to know what is the raw material cost, what is the labor cost, or what is the various expenses. So these all are past cost. That means past data. Again, from financial accounting, we are also getting the past data. So the application of appropriate technique and concept in processing the past data, that means historical information, and projected the economic data of an entity to assist the management. To assist the management means it supplies the information to the management. It supplies the information to the management in establishing plans for reasonable economic objectives. So what are the plans? The plan is simple because the management will take the rational decision with a view towards achieving those objectives. Those objectives means economic objectives. What was the sales we have already reported in our financial statement last year, and what will be our future sales?
Yes,
What
sir.
is the-
Basically,
what
they
is
can
the-
forecast. Yes, sir. They can basically forecast for
Forecast.
future years.
So whenever they are forecasting, they have to take the rational decision, not irrational decision. Let's say your financial statement is reporting 5 crores of sales. You cannot forecast that I am going to achieve 500 crores or 5,000 crores of sales in the next year. So here your decision will be irrational. But from 5 crores, you can extend up to, let's say, 7 crores, 10 crores,
Yes,
like
yes.
this.
Yes,
So
sir.
whenever you are forecasting for 5,000 crores, then you need to expand all your resources, like your plant capacity must be expanded, your human resources must be expanded, your capital requirement must be expanded, everything you need more in order to achieve more. Okay.
Yes,
So this
sir.
is all about management accounting. So as I have already told you, because of some sort of limitations in financial accounting, actually there is need of cost accounting as well as management accounting. So here, let us take some points and we'll go through the explanation of those points to understand the limitations. Because of these limitations or drawbacks or demerits of financial accounting, thereby we need cost and management accounting. So first point is shows overall performance only. Financial accounting shows overall performance only. That means during a period, what is the amount of profit or loss earned by the business, or what is the financial position of the business. That means what is the asset position and what is right now the asset position, simply it indicates. So it provides the collective information about cost, profit, loss, but does not provide data based on the product or process or department. If you want to know the data relating to a product, relating to a particular process, relating to a particular department of your organization, then accounting will not able to provide those data. Overall data it can provide during a particular period. Let's say total profit is 5 crores. Okay, you can able to get this information from the financial statement. If you'll ask, I need the information about the production department, what is the amount of cost incurred, or what is the amount of profit already earned by the production department, or human resource management department, or you can say sales department. So financial accounting will not provide the data relating to that. So that's why we need cost and management accounting. Please remember. Again, financial accounting in historical in nature. That means it is purely based on the past data, past information. Whenever we are recording sales, that means sales has already made. Whenever we are recording about assets, that means we have already acquired the asset. So it is historical in nature, based on past data. So it provides data at the end of financial year. At the end of each financial year, it provides the data. No system of computing day-to-day cost and predetermined cost. Day-to-day cost data, it cannot able to provide. So that is another limitations. Again, no performance appraisal. That means no system of developing norms, standards, as to increase the efficiency of the material, efficiency of the labor, and other costs. Simply, it will give you the overall picture. If you want to fix any norms or standards of any component of the cost, like material cost or labor cost or other costs, you cannot able to get information. It cannot able to provide the performance appraisal. Let's say in our production process, let's say material cost is more. How to reduce the material cost? How to reduce the wastage of the material? So no norms, no standard, it will provide. So that is also another limitation of financial accounting. Again, no material control system. That means no control on obsolescence, deterioration, excessive scrap, misappropriation of material. It is simply recording what is the overall stock of the material. That means what is the closing stock at the end of the period of the material. Simply it will record, but it is not taking any initiative or any steps in order to control the obsolescence, that means expiration of material, deterioration of materials, excessive scrap, that is your wastage of the material, misappropriation of the material. Okay, so that is also another limitation. Again, no labor cost control. No labor cost control means like material, it also cannot control about the labor cost because it will give you the overall picture. So no system of recording loss of labor, cost due to idle time, cost incurred due to breakdown of the machinery. Okay, so no system of providing incentive for the additional works. So these all are the information relating to labor cost. So if we seek all those information, then we cannot able to get those information from financial accounting. For those information, we need to take the help of cost accounting. Okay, again, no classification of cost is also there whenever we are talking about cost. So these are the expenses. Yes or no? Simply in business, we are recording under expenses. That means what is the cost of goods sold? So purchases. What are the other expenses, direct expenses? What are the indirect expenses? By adding all those, we are calculating or computing that this is the cost of goods sold. But it cannot provide you the classification of costs, like what is the amount of direct cost, what is the amount of indirect cost, what is the amount of fixed cost, variable cost, raw material cost, labor cost, controllable cost, other costs. So no classification of cost is possible in financial accounting. This is another drawback of financial accounting. Again, no analysis of losses. Whenever any loss is there, so with the help of financial accounting, we are not analyzing those losses. So analysis of loss due to substandard of material, idle time of labor are not recorded. Let's say laborers are sitting within the factory. So because of that, loss will be there. And whenever we are using some substandard material, because of that, loss will be there. So no analysis of loss due to all those are reported under financial accounting. But all those information we can able to get from cost accounting. Again, inadequate information of price fixation. This is also very, very important. That means financial accounting doesn't help you for fixation of selling price of a particular product or particular service. Because whenever we are going to fix the selling price, what do we need to know? We need to know the cost price. Very simple example I can take. Let's say you want to sell a particular pen in the market. So whenever you are selling that particular pen in the market, how to fix the sales price? How to fix the sales price? In order to fix the sales price, we need cost price. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So whenever you are producing your pen, if your cost of production of a particular pen is 10 rupees, then you can say that I need some margin of 2 to 5 rupees. On the basis of that, you can say that my sales price is 15 rupees. So without knowing the cost price, if you are fixing the sales price, that means whether you are incurring loss or whether you are making profit, you also unable to know. So financial accounting does not provide information for fixation of price of a product. Again, no cost comparison is also there. Comparison is necessary for survival of the organization. As you know, we need comparison. So financial accounting does not provide data of cost departments, jobs, periods, etc. So we cannot able to compare the cost of last quarter to this quarter, or last year to this year, or the cost of this department to that department. Okay, so that is another limitation. Again, useful data to management decisions like replacement of labor by machines, new product introduction, make or buy decisions, selection of most profitable product are not possible to take due to lack of data, since financial accounting is not providing the detailed data. So you cannot able to take the decision about whether you are going to replace this number of laborers or workers from your factory, or whether you are going to replace this particular machinery, whether you are going to introduce a new product into the market. So these decisions you cannot able to take as a part of management with the help of financial accounting. So here the management accounting helps to take all those decisions. Whether we are going to replace any human resources like your any workers or laborers, or whether we are going to replace any machinery, introduction of new product, selection of most profitable products. Sometimes we are also going for make or buy decisions. That is whether we are going to produce ourselves or we are going to buy those articles or those what we can say instruments from the market. So those type of information we cannot able to get from financial accounting. So this is another drawback of financial accounting. Is it fine? So because of these all those limitations, actually there is utmost need of cost as well as management accounting. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
All
sir.
of you? Okay, very good. Chalo, so let us now discuss about some basic terms of cost and management accounting. Basic terms, because there are various that means numerous terminologies are also there. Numerous terminologies of cost and management accounting are there, but we are discussing some few terms, basic terms of cost. Okay, so let us understand what is cost actually. What is cost? So whenever we are talking about cost, simply one answer or one reply is coming to our mind. What is that reply? That means expenses incurred in order to acquire a particular product or particular service. Yes or no?
Yes.
Let's say you need a pen. So whenever you are going to buy the pen, if you are paying 10 rupees or 20 rupees, so you are saying that that is the expenditure you have already incurred. So this is my cost in order to acquire this particular pen. Isn't it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir. Yes.
Okay. So this is the general reply actually that is coming to our mind. So what is cost actually? So simply by taking this into consideration, we can simply also define what is cost. That is the amount of expenditure. So whenever we are talking about expenditure, please remember it may be actual or it may be notional. So it is incurred on attributable to specified things or specified activity. Specified thing like I have already told you a particular product. Specified activities like it may be relating to your production, it may be relating to your sales, it may be relating to acquisition of your human resources. These are the specified activities. Production is one particular activity, yes or no?
yes,
Sales is another particular activity. Acquisition of talents or human resources for the organization, that is also particular activity. So what is the amount of expenditure, whether it is actual or notional? Notional means, please remember, there are some imaginary expenditures also sometimes we are considering, that is incurred on attributable to a specified thing or specified activity. So to ascertain the cost of a specified thing or activity is also known as cost. To ascertain, that means to know the cost of a specified thing, as I have already told you. What is the cost of the pen? Simply you are saying, sir, I have already bought by paying 10 rupees. So 10 rupees is my cost. or 15 rupees. 15 rupees is my cost. So what you are saying? Simply, you are simply mentioning that this is the cost of the specified thing. So here specified thing is the pen. You can take the specified activity. Specified activities in business like your sales, purchase, or you can say marketing or production, acquisition of human resources. So these are the various activities. So to ascertain the cost, to know the cost of a specified thing or activities is known as cost. But the ICWA, now it is known as the ICAI, actually the Institute of Cost Accountants of India. Earlier it was the Institute of Cost and Works Accountants of India. So it has defined the cost as measurement in monetary terms of the amount of resources used for the purpose of production of goods or rendering services. Measurement in monetary terms. So whenever we are measuring, how we will measure? We must measure in monetary terms. No other dimensions of measurement. Please remember, we have to measure in terms of money. The amount of resources used for the purpose of production of goods or rendering services. Whenever we are producing goods, what is the amount we are paying? Let's say purchase of raw material. We need to express in monetary terms. So why we are purchasing raw material? Our purpose is to production of goods. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's say we are paying freight charges or transport charges in order to bring those material into our production destination. So here we are paying the transportation charges, octroi duty. Sometimes we are also paying wages. Why we are paying? Whenever we are paying all those expenses, that means these are must be measured in terms of money. And why we are paying? We are paying for the purpose of production of goods or rendering services. So this is the definition given by ICWAI, the Institute of Cost and Works Accountants of India. Now it is known as the Institute of Cost Accountants of India. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is all about cost. Now let us understand what is about expenses, losses, as well as assets. What is expense? What is loss? What is asset? Okay. So whenever we are talking about expenses, please remember, simply we can say cost expended to get the benefits. That is known as expenses. Cost expended. Let's say you are moving by a city bus. So you are paying, what you can say, fare, bus fare to the bus conductor. Yes or no? Whenever you are traveling in a city bus within a city, you are paying bus fare to the bus conductor. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Or without paying fare, you are traveling.
No, sir, we have to pay, sir.
You have to pay. Okay, very good. So that means whenever you are paying bus fare is your expenses.
Yes.
Why you are paying these expenses? In order to get the benefit.
Yes.
What is the benefit you are getting? You are moving from one destination to other destination.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Another example I can cite. Let's say right now you are a student. You need a pen. You need a pen to write your answer.
Yes.
In your exam. So here you need a pen for purchasing this pen. You are paying 10 rupees. So 10 rupees is your expenses. Why you are paying 10 rupees? In order to get some benefit, because you are able to write your answer beautifully in your exam. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Some benefits you are getting. So expenses means, please remember, cost expended to get the benefits. The benefit may be either you are getting single benefit or sometimes you are also getting bundle of benefits. Bundle of benefits. So here we can say it is that portion of the cost which has been consumed during the accounting period and which contributed to the revenue. So it is that portion of the cost. That portion of the cost, like whenever we are talking about this pen. So you are paying 10 rupees. So 10 rupees is your cost you have already expended to get the benefit. That means what is the expenses? It is that portion of your cost. Your cost is 10 rupees.
10 rupees.
So that portion of the cost which has been consumed. With 10 rupees, where let's say you have already appeared one paper in your end-term exam. So whenever you are writing one paper, that means you have already answered 20 pages, or you have already written 20 pages or 25 pages or 28 pages or 32 pages like this. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So this much of ink or this much of use of the pen, the benefit of the pen you have already consumed, and which you have not yet consumed, that is not known as expenses. We are talking about pen. 10 टंकार गोटे पेन आमे किनुचंती सेतिरु आमे 10 टंकार पेन रे माने करंतु 5 दिन आमे परीक्षा दे परिबा सेतिरु आमे 2 दिन रो परीक्षा देइचंती. So 2 days is the portion of the cost we have already consumed. 3 days not yet consumed. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? So here I can say it is the portion of the cost which has been consumed during the accounting period and which contributed to the revenue. Why you are consuming? Why you are spending? Why you are expending? The reason is it contribute the revenue. Revenue means it can able to increase the sales. Let's say I am paying certain amount of expenses. Let's say transportation expenses, octroi duty, or you can say rent of the factory, salary of my staff. So these are expenses. Yes or no? Why I am paying? I am paying in order to produce more and more number of goods so that I can able to sell them into the market. So when I will sell, my sales revenue will increase. Yes or no? So we are incurring the expenses in order to earn the revenue. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
If you are a sales manager or production manager, your organization is paying you salary. Why it is paying you salary? So payment of salary is the expenses for the organization. On the other hand, the organization is paying the salary because you are helping the organization to achieve their targets. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Increasing the sales. So please remember, expenses means what? Cost expended to get the bundle of benefits. Again, the portion of the cost which has been consumed during the year is known as expenses. Which has not yet consumed, this is not known as expenses.
Expenses.
This is known as asset. Please remember, this is known as
Asset.
asset. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Because still now we have not consumed in order to get the benefit. This is known as asset. Another example, very simple example you can take. Let's say we have already bought a AC, you know, air conditioner. Air conditioner.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have bought one air conditioner for our office, AC.
Yeah.
So its cost is 40,000
Yes, sir.
and its lifespan is, let's say, 5 years. So we have
Yes,
to
sir.
use that particular AC for a period of 5 years.
Yes.
Let's say by paying 40,000, we have to use 5 years. So what is the per year?
8,000 per year.
8,000. Very good.
Your
This is
depreciation
simple
will be applied.
mathematics.
Depreciation will be applied per year.
This is simple mathematics. Okay, depreciation you are applying. Okay. So 8,000 benefit you have to consume, or 8,000 portion of the cost. Portion of the cost means out of 40,000 you are consuming 8,000 per year. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you have already used that particular AC for a period of 2 years. What is the amount you have already consumed?
20. If you are 2 years, 2 years for 16,000.
16,000. So 16,000 is your expenses. That is the amount of cost you have already consumed during these 2 years.
Yes, sir.
And with the consumption of this cost, you have already get some benefits. It contributed to the revenue. Definitely, if you are a sales manager In summer season, you know, 40 or 45-degree temperature, if you are sitting in the AC room, calm and coolly, you can able to handle your work, you can able to achieve your target, isn't it? So that is 16,000 is the portion of the cost that is known as expenses. What is the amount of benefit till now you have not consumed?
24,000.
24,000. Is it so? Is it so? Yes or no? Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
24,000. Out of 5 years, 2 years you have already consumed. Per year 8,000. So another 3 years you have to consume. So that 3 years benefit till now you have not received. Isn't it? You have not consumed. So that 3 years benefit or 3 years cost is known as asset. The 2 years what you have already consumed, that is known as expense.
Yes.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Let us understand what is loss. What is loss? It is that portion of the cost which has been consumed during the current accounting period, but which did not contribute to the revenue. Expenses, when we are saying it is as expenses, that means we are consuming a portion of the cost and it is contributing to the revenue. That means it is helping to increase our revenue. It is helping to earn revenue. But when we are consuming the portion of cost which will not contribute to increase our revenue is known as loss. Is known as loss. Okay. Are you getting or not getting?
Yes, sir, we are getting properly.
Yes, sir.
So this is about your expenses, loss as well as asset. The portion of the cost which has been consumed and it helped us to increase the revenue, that is expenses. The portion of the cost which has been consumed, but it is not helping us to increase our revenue, that is loss. The portion of the cost which has not yet consumed is known as asset. Okay,
Okay.
good. So these are some basic terms of expenses.
Sir.
Yes, yes, please.
सर गोटे क्वेश्चन थिला
Yes.
जेमते कि हमें एक्सपेंसेस पड़िले मन गोटे एसी किनले सेटा 5 इयर्स हमको सर्विस देई थांदा तो हमें पर ईयर कैलकुलेट करछे तार एक्सपेंसेस ता तो जदी से एसी टा मझिरे खराब हे गेला हमको रिप्लेस करिया को पड़ला तो सेटा कैलकुलेशन भी केते हो
रिप्लेस हे गला हमको कोन करिया पड़बो
मन तार एक्सपेंसेस ता कि मन 40000 दे के हमें
पे सेटा तार एक्सपेंसेस सुनतु आपण 3 वर्ष यूज करछथि एसी खराब हे गला 2 वर्ष आपण बेनिफिट पाइले कि
ना पाइले
5 वर्ष यूज पे आपण एसी किनिथिले आपण 2 वर्ष 3 वर्ष यूज करछथि बेनिफिट पाइ सारछथि 3 वर्ष रा आ 2 वर्ष पाइबार थिला 2 वर्ष पाइ नांती जदि 2 वर्ष रा बेनिफिट पाइ नांती सेटा कोन कहबा लॉस
Loss.
3 वर्ष रा बेनिफिट पाइ छथि दैट इज एक्सपेंसेस
Yes.
जो 2 वर्ष रा बेनिफिट जदि पाइबा को अछि माने आपण एसी खराब हेनी कंटिन्यू करूछि पाइबा को चाउ 2 वर्ष रा दैट इज एसेट जदि सेटे लॉस होउछि आपण एसी दा 2 इयर्स 3 इयर्स रे आपण को रिप्लेस करिया पड़छि सो सेठी आपण को डिटरमाइन करिया व्हाट इज द रिप्लेसमेंट कॉस्ट व्हाट इज द कॉस्ट ऑफ न्यू एसी एंड व्हाट इज द कॉस्ट ऑफ योर एक्जिस्टिंग एसी इन ऑर्डर टू रिप्लेस योर एक्जिस्टिंग एसी व्हाट इज द कॉस्ट यू नीड sometimes you are selling that exchange value रे हमें कहबा से पर्टिकुलर एसी रा प्राइस होछि 8000 न्यू एसी रा प्राइस होछि 40000 सो 8000 डीलर माइनस करी के हम डीलर को केते पेमेंट करिया पड़ियो 32000 दैट इज द रिप्लेसमेंट कॉस्ट Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. For this condition, is it clear? If they are just replacing for without cost paying, then you can just consider as a for 5 year for beginning from the beginning.
Yes.
So there we can treat as a both way as per situation.
Huh.
If you are there replacing without free of cost, then you can consider for beginning of that.
Full cost. Okay, this is very simple.
Yes.
But here we must understand. Sometimes we are using the term expenses as losses, or losses as the expenses. Yes or no? But we must understand what is the expenses, what is losses, and what is assets. So there is the very thin difference. You just look at by taking one situation, we are just defining what is expenses, what is loss, and what is asset, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Chalo. So this is all about your cost accounting. What is cost accounting? So this is the definition given by Cma, Certified Institute of Management Accountants, London. So it defines cost accounting as the process of accounting from the point at which expenditure is incurred or committed to the establishment for its ultimate relationship with cost center and cost unit. So later on we will discuss about what is cost center and cost unit. What you just try to understand, that means whenever we are talking about cost accounting, it is also consists of certain process. Okay, from the point at which expenditure is incurred or committed to the establishment for its ultimate relationship. Ultimate relationship. Let's say in a production department, you are incurring some certain amount of expenditure. So what is the ultimate relationship with the establishment? Establishment, within the establishment, some cost centers are there or cost units are there. So that is known as cost accounting according to Cma. Again, we can say cost accounting includes collecting, classifying, recording, allocating, and analyzing the cost. It will collect the information about the cost. It will classify the cost on the basis of similarity in nature. Okay, recording, allocating, and analyzing the cost. Again, it prepared periodical statements and reports for ascertaining and controlling the cost. So preparation of periodical statements and reports for ascertaining and controlling the cost. Again, cost accounting is used for application of cost control method. How to control the cost, how to minimize the costs in order to get more amount of profit, how to know the profitability of activities carried out or planned. So all these activities which are coming under cost accounting. So cost accounting include all those activities. Please remember, from collecting of information about the cost to ascertainment of the profit by taking a particular cost center, particular department, or particular, what you can say, activity. So that is cost accounting. Now, just tell me what is costing. So we are simply discussing about cost accounting, costing, as well as cost accountancy. Again, three basic terms are there. So what is costing? Please remember, whenever we are talking about costing, it is a particular method or particular technique, particular procedure through which we can able to ascertain the cost of a product or cost of a service. Costing means what? To find out the cost. Cost finding. It is the process, technique, and procedure of ascertaining the cost. So costing includes all the principles, rules, and regulations of calculating the cost. We are applying all the rules, regulations, as well as principles for calculating the cost in costing. So costing means what? Simply we are going to find out the cost of a product or cost of a service by applying certain technique. So ICMA London defines costing as the costing is the technique and process of ascertaining the cost. So whenever we are talking about costing, simply you can say it is a method, as well as it is also process, because it whenever we are ascertaining the cost, we are adopting various steps. So costing is to find out the cost or to ascertain the cost by adopting certain technique or certain process. Okay, so this is all about costing. Now let us understand what is cost accountancy. So whenever we are talking about cost accountancy, please remember it is the science, as it is a systematized body of knowledge having fundamental principles and practices. We can say cost accountancy is a science. Why? Because in order to apply the costing procedure, costing, what do we need? We need to acquire some sort of knowledge of costing. We need to acquire some sort of fundamental principles as well as practices of costing. So that's why it is known as science. Then why it is known as art? It is an art as it is the ability to apply cost principles to solve the complex problems of the management. We are applying certain cost principles to solve the complex problems of the management. So whenever it is the ability, whenever we are talking about ability, that means what we are doing. We are applying our skills, we are applying our ideas, yes or no, with the help of the cost principles to solve the various problems of the management. So that's why, since we are applying skills, it is known as art. Again, we can say cost accountancy is the practice as the knowledge need to be kept updated by using latest techniques and methods. ये ऐसा नहीं है कि हम लोग पढ़ाई कर लिए मतलब यहाँ पे पढ़ाई खत्म. No, we have to update our knowledge. We have to update our knowledge base, our skills by using the latest techniques and methods. Earlier in the old days, we can say, whenever we are using this cost accountancy, we are following various costing methods to ascertain the cost manually. But now we are using various softwares. We are using new techniques and methods of costing in order to minimize the cost, in order to control the cost, in order to reduce the cost of a product or service. Okay, so cost accountancy means what? Simply in a nutshell, I can say cost accountancy is a profession that is adopted by the cost accountant by applying the costing principles and practices. So if we'll just make the comparison between cost accounting, costing and cost accountancy, simply you can say cost accounting is a branch of accounting. Costing is a method or technique to find out the cost. Cost accountancy is a profession that is adopted by the professional accountants or cost accountant by applying certain fundamental principles and practices of costing. Did you understand? Cost accounting, costing, and cost accountancy.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
this is all about the terms, all the terms about costing, cost accounting as well as cost accountancy. So in short, cost accountant need to apply cost accounting principles skillfully as to solve complex problems so that it will helpful for management to take proper decision. Okay. So simply we can say cost accountancy is a profession. So what are the objectives of cost accounting? So simply I have taken only these 4 or 5 objectives of cost accounting. It covers all. Please remember, first and foremost objective of cost accounting is to ascertain the cost. We have to ascertain, we have to know the cost of a product or cost of the services or cost of a particular unit. Then second step, to control the cost. Second step, to control the cost. We need to apply certain techniques to control the various costs. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And the third objective is about to provide information for decision making. Just a minute. So third is about to provide the information for decision making. And next one is about to determine the selling price. In order to determine, we have already taken this particular example. Whenever we are going to determine the selling price of a particular product, first we must know the cost price. Otherwise, we may not able to determine or we may not able to fix the selling price. Okay. And finally, we need to ascertain, need to know what is the costing profit. Costing profit. Whenever we are going to know about the cost of a particular product or particular department, so by taking all those costs, we must able to know what is the profit from that particular department, that particular unit, or that particular cost center. So these are the objectives of cost accounting. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So is there any doubt?
No, sir.
Not now, sir.
Not now. Okay, so thank you so much for joining with me.
Thank you, sir.